Hello and welcome. My shirt says just one more chapter. Certainly my motto when I'm reading. Today I'm doing the book tag created by Bookworm Noah. Be sure to check out his channel. I'll have a link in the description box down below. This tag was created after our live stream together with Ven, and this running joke of the book murderer began. I've put up the video that was inspired by Noah and that conversation, and now I'm doing the original tag that he created for it. Question number 1. What are your thoughts on spine breaking? If you saw the live stream or my movie, you already know the answer. I've recently picked up the stand at the thrift store. You can see it's in beautiful, pristine condition. No dog ears either. Here is my copy of A Brief History of King Arthur, The Man and the Legend Revealed by Mike Ashley. And I know I've read it because one of the first things, and I'm sorry, Noah, I know this drives you crazy, but I do end up snapping the spine on my books. Again, when it comes to books that I borrow from the library, they go back in perfect condition when I return them. And yes, sometimes if other people have done pencil marks in the books, I will actually erase them as I'm reading, because the library books are for everybody. They shouldn't have writing and things, but your personal library is something different. I also find it depends on the book. Some of the mass paperbacks that I've gotten, in particular The Wheel of Time, I enjoyed the series, but some of the books, whoever set them up, you can barely tell where one page ends and it flows into the next. And because part of my career was working with resistant readers and people who had challenges reading, that can be immensely frustrating. I mean, I find reading easy for me, but even I had a hard time following those pages when they're so close together. So in my defense, Noah, I do it partly because of the way that the book was printed. It's my story, I'm sticking with it. Number 2, bookmarks or dog-ear pages. I use bookmarks. I can't show you any of them because they're scattered throughout I have maybe 10 books on the go at the moment. So my bookmarks are all over the place. I have a gorgeous gray wolf. I have a couple of beautiful dragons, of course, and I have other bookmarks as well. Sometimes what I'll do if my bookmarks are all taken up is just grab a little sticky note and put it in the book. So I don't dog ear to mark where I'm reading. I dog ear to make note of the pages that I want to go back to because it either had a quote that I'm interested in, had a picture I wanted to look at, or other information, dates, names, etc. If you've seen some of my other videos, you know I have a big project involving Zecharia Sitchin and the 6 Earth Chronicles, the Da Vinci Code, and about 50 or so other books where I'm trying to pull everything together. And yes, one of the books in that project is the Bible, because a lot of Zechariah's work is based on that and the theories he comes up with about the Anunnaki. Those videos won't be until sometime probably late 2025. because it's a lot of information to pull together and it's going to take some time. Number 3, page tearing or ripping. No, I do not do that on purpose. So that's not something I do. I do know there are some crafters, and you know you're going to be tagged, Janie, who do various things with books for craft purposes. I'm not one of those people, so no, I don't rip or tear pages. Number 4, writing in books? Absolutely. I'll use They're Already Here, UFO Culture and Why We See Saucers by Sarah Scholes as an example, although I could have picked any number of books. So I will do things like write in the margin, I have highlights, I have little arrows to show that I wanted to refer back to that paragraph and there's information there. And just trying to, and Noah, you should probably cover your eyes, hon, because as I mentioned in my book murder video, there are some of my pages that are very covered. There's highlighting, there's notes, there's different colors. The best way to know if I've read a book in my personal library is to check the spine, flip through, see if there's any writing, or look at the front and see if there's dog-eared pages. I get very involved with my reading. For me, it's in a very interactive process. Could be why I'm not big on ebooks. I just can't get into the one page at a time and you can't highlight or mark things. I know that's changed a bit now, and I think there are some applications where you can do that. But for me, again, and I go back to Jeanette Farmer, who I've mentioned before about handwriting skills and that connection of something in your hand, writing, and the information going up to your brain versus typing. It's a different process. And I find, at least for me, that when I'm doing that writing, whether it's notes separately or notes in a book, I do tend to remember the information more effectively. Number 5, ripping covers and bookbinding. No, I don't do that either. I don't rip off covers or do anything with them on my books. And the book binding, I've heard about people changing them, and I can't imagine the Wheel of Time as one massive book. Certainly if it's the Tor mass paperbacks, because like I say, to try and read some of them was a challenge as one massive 15-book series. I can't even imagine trying to pick that up and open it. But again, I mean, people do different things. It's artistic. It's, everyone has their own way of interacting with their books. This was a really fun tag. I'm glad that you came up with it, Noah. We certainly got a lot of spin-offs from our one live stream, and I'm looking forward to future live streams together. Prompt number 6, who do you tag? Janie, you already know you're it. It's always fun tagging you in videos and hearing your answers. The Crafting Bookworm. Kat, Ginger Bibliophile. Gareth, Book Songs and Other Magic. Book Chat with Pat. Alan, Big Hard Classics. And Greg, Another Bibliophile Reads. I'm curious to hear what your answers will be to this. Be sure to tag me in your videos so I know to go and watch them. Until next time, have a pen in hand, make sure to do those notes, and join that Book Murderer Club. Take care.